Hello, my dear friend. This is your friend, Dr. Samuel Kisseadoo, speaking in Virginia. Let's talk about respect. I have several videos on respect. But what I want us to focus on, the areas for the respect. The various areas you need to watch and make sure you establish respect in your relationships and your behavior by looking at these areas of your life. Now we are told by God in 1 Peter in chapter 2 verse 17, honor everyone, honor all men. Then love the brotherhood. You see, honor, you may call it respect, honor and respect, and love go together. Tell me someone you love that you don't respect. And when you respect somebody, it is easier to love the person. Then it says, love the brothers and sisters, then fear God. Your fear of God, which is obedience to God and His word, will help you to respect people, their rights, justice for them, whatever they have. Everyone has something good. We all have our weaknesses. Then finally it says, honor the emperor, honor the king. Some say honor the king, honor the king, honor the leader. If you don't respect people in general, you'll be faking trying to respect a leader who is one of the people. You see, if you try to respect the leader only, and the rest in the class, in the group, in the church, in the ministry, in whatever political, social, economic group in which you are, in an office, in the marketplace, in the store, on the board, or anywhere, on the team, in the ministry group, you don't respect anybody. You don't honor them. You are trying to honor the leader, and the leader gives instructions for all of you to come together to accomplish something. How are you going to do it? So it all goes together. They put in one verse, in 1 Peter 2:17, honor everyone and make sure love to God, love is obedience to His words. St. John 14:15, if you love me, obey my commandment. Let the word of God produce love and respect in you, which also produces the fear of God. Is the beginning of wisdom. And then you honor the emperor, the leadership. Okay? Now, apart from love, which is the primary ingredient for any good relationship, honor and respect rank among the most important ingredients, or attributes that all humans crave for in their relationships. Men in particular, they love, or they want, or they need to be honored and respected. If you love a man, love your husband, your fiancé, you love a man and show much respect, okay, show honor and respect, it's very easy to deal with that man. A wife who doesn't respect the husband will not find it easy to get the husband's heart and mind to go with her. In fact, when you break a man's respect, the man is gone. If a man feels her respect is trodden down by a woman, no matter how weak he is, respect her strength, his strength, and verbalize it, appreciate it, then the one will be encouraged to do more. If you want people to change, then one of the things to do is to appreciate their strengths and nice things they do, and appreciate and let it be a cushion in the heart, so that when you say the negatives, they land on soft ground. So respect is indispensable ingredient in all relationships and friendships. It is impossible, actually, to become united, to work together in cooperation and achieve anything fruitful in your courtship or your marriage or the workplace or the home or the family or on the team or in ministry without mutual respect for one another. Learn to respect each other. If you want respect from me, then learn to respect me. So let's respect each other. You see, you can't have real love without genuine respect for the one you love. You see. Now, let me mention a few things here. I think I put down about 13 of them as important areas that will make you respect or disrespect somebody. The first one is the opinions and inputs of the person. If you don't respect my mind, my inputs, sometimes you don't tell me I don't respect your inputs. But what happens is that you take the decisions, and when you have gone very far, then you bring them to me. When my input, my suggestion would have been very useful from the beginning. To even take the decision and finish almost everything and come and tell me is terrible disrespect. And especially if it is marriage or even the courtship. Although we are not married, we are working together to achieve a purpose, and we start now for the wedding, for the customary marriage, and all that entails our final coming together. Okay? If it is business, if it is a relocation, if it is buying some special things for the home, let us learn to work together. So opinions and inputs. See, and when you ask me, that even make me feel important, make me feel needed, make me feel respected. So opinions and inputs, that's an area you have to watch very carefully. If you are with your parents or anybody or your guardian, and you don't seek their inputs, but then you bring results for them to sign, give you money for. You see, me, I'm not saying you should allow them to make your important decisions for you. You must grow too. You have your preferences. But know how to involve people, when to do it, and the level. You see, but if it is a mutual relationship of marriage, you're not saying even when you're going to drink water, you ask for permission, or you ask, is the water okay? You think the level is okay? No. You know what I'm talking about. It's important decisions. It can be as simple as coming for lunch, and you brought lunch home when I have started cooking something, or even dinner. You see, if you want this type of food, why don't you discuss it? You see, or I've gone to buy this, then you go and buy something similar to that, which maybe I don't like, or which the children shouldn't be given that. All kinds of things. Okay, the use of money for that, and some purchases. You see, some are irreversible. It's like buying a piece of land and you start building and things. Are you going to pull it down? Sometimes you want to give surprises. You can give surprise birthday, but not surprise building. Be careful about that. Okay, don't let family members and friends convince you to be very secretive about your partner. So opinions and inputs. But to respect my input or opinion depends on other things also. So by the time we finish listing them, find out the reason why you can't easily take his or her advice or input. Sometimes even at the workplace, when we have the meeting, all of us, or a board, as soon as I open my mouth, I begin to sense that, hey, you see your feelers, antennae, antenna, whatever word you want to use, begin to go up, and the horns begin to move, and all the rest of them, and you are ready to attack. You see, you feel your foot is being trodden on, and your rights are being disregarded, and I'm opposing you. Anything I say, which is a little contrary to something you said, as an addition, you can't just take it. You see? And we are always not getting along. You see, because you just don't respect. When you hear my voice, you don't respect it. If you rule in your mind, or get an impression, or establish in your mind, he is up to no good, he doesn't like me, he's not up to standard, he's not enlightened, he's always, he knows everything, know-it-all attitude. In your mind, just the voice before I say anything, you get angry. Even when I go, you're upset. You're going to wonder, why did he do that? I shouldn't clear my throat. You see? So let's be very careful about that. Number two, preferences. I want my meat or my egg or whatever it is well done. I want it half done. Hey, I shouldn't have a preference. Choice of colors and all the rest of them. And it can be a problem when you are decorating the living room. Size of bed, type of bed sheet, the comforter and the curtains, type of furniture. Hey, we can fight over. I want the royal type. I want the one everything is cushion type. I want to see wood that's brown. And I want this rug. And I want the 5-bedroom and 6-bedroom and 8-bedroom and 25-bedroom and 2-bedroom. And then we are fighting over all that. The type of school the kid must go to. You see, what to pay for, where to buy that piece of land, whether to buy a house or begin to build one ourselves. Whether your mom is coming to spend time to look after the baby, babysit, or it is my mom or your mom, your sister, your brother, and this and that. All kinds of things. Let me stay there 1 year and I'll be back. You don't know how to join you. I have to come every other month, And they are not agreeing. So the person leaves without solid agreement. And then after the 1 year, he stays another year and another year. And it is something else. You said 1 year, now it's 2 years, 3 years. I want separation, I want divorce. What are you talking about? You have disappointed me. You promised. I didn't promise. We were just arguing about the points. But whoever it is, if you are the man, you are the leader, establish things before you travel. Take time and listen to your wife. Wife, listen to your husband. Come to a sensible compromise, agreement. Know what the facts are. Don't just go because friends are advising you or it is a dream from school. So you're just doing it. Like someone said, you're going to leave me and this baby here. You see? Hey, why can't you? What's wrong? If you are here with the baby, You see, those who I'm going to be sending you money is more than money. Company, help, working things together. All kinds of things can happen. You see? So work things out and respect people's preferences. See, if you're looking down on me because my preference is unenlightened type, or my preference is backward, or my preference is you are so fussy. A woman is a woman, a man is a man. And you want the woman to be like the man in preference. And the man too wants the woman to be like a man in preference. It's not going to work. When I take food, I make sure the plate is empty. Something personal I'm sharing. But my wife will eat, leave something in there. And one of the things I confess, not that I wasn't so happy about, but things we drink, tea, coffee, maybe juice and things. I mean, I can't leave an atom in it. What I fetch, But no, you leave a little bit at the bottom and I said, you left that, so I'll drink later. And I said, why don't you drink now? He says, I'm full. I think I'll drink it. But that is me, and I'm a man. And depends on the person's background, training, and all that. And don't allow it to be something to say, oh, she's fussy. And these women, no. She should be herself. She should be herself. As a matter of fact, there was some coffee yesterday. I found a little bit in a cup. I wouldn't leave coffee sitting there after drinking some for a while and whatever it is. The cup will be empty. You see? There are little preferences and things. Sometimes, this dessert is like this. It says I'm full. But no space at all for it. She says she's full, leave her. You see? And sometimes the men who don't mind will just eat anyhow. And she's careful about that and this and the scent and the color and this. Hey, after all, you are just eating food. Do you know these gummy bears? Not candy. Gummy bears, they are like gelatin of a kind. They shape them into birds, shape them into some fish, some animals. Some are yellow, some are red, some are green. I like them. Some gummy bears sometimes. Just that not too much at my age, but I love them. I still love them. Do you know I used to eat them a lot, especially when we were in New York before we came to Virginia. Gummy bears, gummy bears, gummy. They even gummy worms. They're shaped like worms. Then one time I was eating and my daughter with her, and then she said, "Oh, I like the apple one." And I said, "What are you talking about?" And I like the orange one, and I like the grape one. That one was purple. And I said, "What are you talking about?" Do you know that I never even thought about it? That the purple was grape, the green was what, apple, there was orange, which is orange colored. I was just eating them. But the woman would take time to look at the flavors and the colors. It was from that day now when I take the orange one, then I say, "Oh, orange flavor. Oh, this is the apple or grape flavor." See, we look at the big picture. And the women were wired to look at the little details because of pregnancy, childbirth, and all that. God made them very careful about little things. So the preferences of a woman can't be like a man. And husbands should understand. The women too, don't be saying, we don't go, we are just going and the little here, and this one is curving, and the hair is like this. Oh man, isn't it nice? Oh, there's left with this, and I don't see anything left. But she said something is left, so she's doing it. Allow her to be herself. And sometimes when they're spending a long time doing it, oh man, I think it's nice enough. Oh, let me finish. Let her be herself. Let the man too be the man. You see, one time we were going to church and they said my tie wasn't matching very well with my coat and my shirt. I remember some years ago. But because women said it, my wife and my daughter, I came back into the house and changed it. They have better choice of colors. So these are the things, if you're not careful, preferences can give you problems. Or if you are very choosy, so when it comes to marriage, you want the nose like Abdul's nose. The color is like this, and the eyes are like this, and this one is like that, and the fingers, the shape. Then you never marry. Because even when you get that, the next day you're walking and, look at another one like mine. Oh, this would have been better. This is a little more round, a little bigger. It's a marriage is like a restaurant. You know when you go and order your food, chicken and rice. Then you are eating, you see, there's even the fried rice. Oh, there's soup. And there is this. Oh, this potato is. French fries are here. Fish and chips. You will never go home. You will never go home. You have ordered it, eat, be happy. The next time, come and order something else. But if you're going to be looking around, look at the crab. Look at the goat. Look at the chicken. Look at that one. You stay there forever. How much can you eat anyway? Focus on your food. What God has given you. House, car, building, work, money, shape of your body. Okay? Position, talents, gifts, abilities. Be happy with them now. As you wait for the rest. See what to do with what you have. Okay? Sometimes what you're even looking for may never come, but you never enjoyed what you had. Preference is number 3 is your race and your culture. We know there can be problems with some races or cultures, depending on what you like and what you don't like. But whatever it is, and you have to do something with the person, each person has a gift, has an ability. What I mean is that there can be territorial spirits. And each person may find another spirit controlling a certain group of people. These things are true. There are territorial spirits where a certain area, a certain city, a certain region. Don't you see when the demons came out? Is it Mark chapter 5? You see, they didn't want to go out of the neighborhood and they were cast into the pigs, you remember? They didn't want to go out of the area. They are territorial spirits. But there are spirits and habits and attitudes that influence a whole group or set of people. So they are lazy in this direction. They love money too much in this direction. They cheat people in this direction. You see that it's like a nature of that area, that place. It doesn't mean everybody is always like that. They fight a lot. They quarrel a lot. Even stature of the body. Don't you see some countries and places, the people are not tall, some very tall, some very short, some this, that. And the fact is that it is when any of these, especially habits and attitudes and character, negatively impact others, that is when it is a problem. As much as you don't want domination and control and trouble and confusion and fights, we should also watch to make sure that your character is straight so that you don't contribute to the problem. Because once you are complaining of what someone is doing to you, find out if you are also doing the right thing to yourself. You see? Living right, eating right, treating your body right, thinking right, saying right. Okay? So I don't put all the blame on this tribe you came from, this race you came from, this culture you came from, this is where you came from, and all that happening. Okay? So let us all watch the race and the culture. Sometimes it's ingrained, indoctrinated, hammered into your mind, into your spirit. Sometimes just reading. Sometimes being schooled. You want a school where a professor just pump it into your mind. Or the course of study is in a certain direction that fights for or goes for something. So anything of that nature, you fight without examining the thing twice. You see, like in some families, some people came to marry there, and they were not very good examples from a certain tribe, certain language, certain race, a certain kind of city, certain group of people. And an impression is formed in the family that, hey, people from there, don't bring them here because they are like this. But you can't use the marriage of one person, your auntie, your husband, your wife, or grandma, and sister, and brother, and cousin, nephew, and niece, to generalize that a whole race, a whole tribe, a whole group, people who are educated to this level, people who are of this class, are always like this. No. Sometimes we even say a certain workplace, there's a lot of prejudice, discrimination there, and this one there, a lot of injustice there, whatever it is, because of one or two examples, or something you heard in the news, or was in the newspaper. You see, or even in churches, in ministries, or about people. Something you heard about somebody, something happened, you don't have the whole story, you don't have the whole news, whether it's fabricated, exaggerated, or a weakness was exposed just once, becomes a generalization. No, that's not right. So race and culture, if you don't respect my race and respect my culture, it's very difficult for us to work together. So work in that area. Give the one due respect. So many other things I do, you don't respect me. No. Number 4, family and ancestry. Sometimes I use the word pedigree. My family, maybe a humble one, or the family is a high class one, put it that way. Hey, they are this. Some families have rejected certain women or certain men, especially women, because the woman is too high, will not respect us. You see, because of dedication, the family she comes from, the class is too high. And the ancestry is so-and-so's line. They hear the name. Hey! No, we can't tolerate, we don't have the accoutrements, we don't have the gadgets and the tools and the expertise to handle that family. Your wife is going to come from that family. A humble man like me, poor as I am. No. Oh, we are too high for that. What are you bringing here? There are sometimes you need to be careful. You need to be careful. You see, as much as a lot of things shouldn't be the yardstick, you also have to be very careful. You bring somebody and it is a disgrace. You can't even go out with the person because the marriage is fine, but because of who you are and what you do, find it difficult to take your husband or your wife along. So just watch. Let God guide you. I don't want to be too specific. You say, I'm walking a fine line. I don't want to mention things for someone to take that That is why I'm being careful about mentioning specifics. So family, respect my family. If you don't respect my mom, my dad, and therefore your in-laws, you can say you love me and my ancestry, where we came from, the history you have heard and all that. Number 5, make sure you respect my spiritual state. Even when you are seeking to help me to know more truth and know God better, doesn't mean disrespect me because you pray more than I do. You preach better than I do. I don't preach at all. Some can teach. They can't stand in the pulpit. Some too are good preachers. When it comes to teaching, they are very poor. If you can teach the children well, don't look down on me. Okay? Because there are other areas I'm good at. You see, with my hands. While your mouth is what is wonderful, but my hands are wonderful. So respect yourself in the marriage, respect yourselves in the marriage, in the group, in the church, at the workplace. As to my spiritual state. My spiritual state is not making me do certain things you do and you think I'm carnal. Sometimes too, you're very, very strict, or you are an older Christian. And sometimes there's a little bit of even legalism. But if you are very committed because you are older Christian, you know more, you have more strength. Doesn't mean something little I do, whatever it is, because it's not going your way, I'm not spiritual, because I'm not doing the Pentecostal way, which you are used to. And the Orthodox way, I am too fanatic. When it comes to spiritual gifts, I don't like this one. Sometimes it is what I like. I don't hear you praying that way and saying it that way, and therefore you are not as spiritual as I thought you were, and I married you. So if I begin to have second thoughts about saying yes to your proposal, just watch carefully. Just watch carefully. Don't disrespect people because of spiritual state, unless they are backsliding, or they are not committed, or not serious. Clearly, they don't love scripture. They don't love the word of God. They are not prayerful. They are not serious. Then that's a different thing. But even then, people can be helped to come on their feet. If it doesn't have Christ, the Bible says a Christian must marry a Christian. That's a different story. In 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 14 to 18. 2 Corinthians 6, 14 to 18. Light and darkness can't dwell together. But even then, it doesn't mean disrespect. If a lifestyle is immoral, is an abomination, doesn't please God, and God says don't do it, it's not the person you hate what the one is doing. But it's a fine line. It's that people make themselves victims. Hey, you hate me, you don't respect me, I work hard, I even work better than you on the job. Yes, sometimes. But I can't love the thing you are doing because God says don't do it. It's an abomination. It is sinful. It is terrible. It destroys society. It doesn't make us go forward. It's a deceptive thing. Some are even demonic. Let's face it. So that's a different story. Number 6 is the financial state of the person. Financial state. Okay? I may not have more money as you do, but whatever I have, be a cheerful giver. Freely use, received, freely give, as the scripture says. Honor God with your substance. Is it Proverbs 3 verse 10? Honor God with all your wealth and substance. Whatever is due for God's work, which you can provide for, or which you can give, you can sacrifice, please do. You see, but don't marry me, court, date, or be with me on a committee, do ministry and things with me, and begin to look down on my financial state because I can't contribute the way you do. Or come to my sanctuary and I don't have it decorated like yours. I don't call it a cathedral. So it means what? My ministry is low cost, as people put it. It should be downgraded. It's not the ministry that has prospered because I don't have a fine building I call a cathedral. Well decorated. You are joking. What's the cathedral of Jesus? You see? When Jesus comes, all these things will burn. It's what we do inside the building. Yes, God must be honored. You see, the church was built, sanctuary, synagogue, and things. He instructed David, Solomon, and the rest. I mean, yes, we must honor God. You see, we can't just put up anything and say, oh, God, you know, your reward is in heaven, worship anyhow, and then we are using the money to have our own mansions. Look at the buildings we live in. You see, you should honor God. But let us not make it the standard of going to heaven or a sign of seriousness with relationship with Jesus Christ. Let's be careful about that. Let's balance the two. It's like a love and lust. Am I lusting or loving? You see, it's like disapproval of evil and then selfish anger. You see, there's always a fine line. And the important point is, be careful how you look down on people because they don't have the money you have. So they are dressing, things they can put on, their transportation, their accommodation, their ability to provide, to give. So do you look down on them in the church, in the family and places because they can't give the millions you're able to give? Okay, even in a marriage. Scarcely will the two people earn the same thing. In most marriages, one gets more than the other, unless they are doing joint business. See, even that. Okay. Find out if you don't respect someone because of the financial state. Sometimes it's not a financial state of just the person, but the entire family, or where the one comes from. It doesn't come from a rich home. But when they married her, when they married him, don't you know? Sometimes you marry the person because you are going to use the person to make money and the money didn't come along, so you are not happy. Okay? And if you happen to provide more, be very careful how you boast with it. And plan well, have a budget and all that, so that you don't begin to look down on somebody because of financial matters. Number 7 is the social position. Where do you occupy? What positions do you hold? Are you known in the area? Are you known in the city? You see, are you known in the country? Are you known in places? Do people recognize you? You see, in a number of cases, it's not our fault. We do our best to serve the community and do the best we can in places. It's just that not everyone can be president. Not everyone. You see, if everyone were a conductor, where would the orchestra be? Everybody's a conductor. It can't be. Everyone is a driver. Then who is going to be a passenger for the bus? Okay. But in a number of cases, people don't try. Your friends have been elected, their names come up, and you're always just warming the pew, warming the chairs, and sitting down. You too can fly. Get out of your cocoon. Metamorphosis. Don't become a larva and a pupa, or you'll become an imago. Flying, fly, butterfly. So the point here is that don't give your partner or people the impression that you are just sitting there, always a follower, and gossiping at the background. The devil gives other hands work to do. See, fly your colors. Get up, do something. Someone said, lead, follow, or get out of the way. I found in someone's office. Lead, follow, or get out of the way. Do something. We're known for something. Be the brand. Okay? Be the brand. Social position. Number 8 is your academic position. If you are not going to respect me, then let's talk about academics before we get together in a marriage. Don't put someone there, a square peg in a round hole, because he's your relative, and you make him the head of the construction of roads, when he doesn't know anything about road construction. That type of thing is bad in some political areas in some countries. People are appointed to do all kinds of things. Out of favoritism, nepotism, use whatever ism. You see, he's in charge of communication. He hasn't even gone to school beyond a certain level to know ABCD of communication. He's in charge of building some estate houses. He has no idea about layout of things and buildings. He's in charge of schools, when he doesn't know the left from the right in organizing anything at school. And we appoint all kinds of people and try to do things with all kinds of people. We go and get loans, get help and support to do things we're not qualified for because we want the money involved, not the product to bless society and develop better skills. What life is this? And it is a problem. So make sure that when you marry, the academic level, you do your best to help so that you can work together. See, imagine I marry someone who can read and write. Bring your wife, and your wife stands there and you have to use 10 months to teach her how to just read one verse in the Bible. It's not the best, right? You see? So if the one can read and write, I've seen friends who married people from their, I want someone from my hometown, a friend. You know, university graduate who was a lecturer. And the girl hasn't gone to even class 1. I'm going to teach her. That is a commitment. You see? To teach, and it's possible. Little by little by little by little. You see? You know, a friend was telling me of another friend who married someone who was so poorly educated. Then called her one time and the wife picked the phone. They traveled overseas. And the wife couldn't believe, is that you? The man has tried, the woman has tried and dedicated herself. And she's speaking in a way you won't even believe that she's the same person. So, academic position. Be very careful also. You don't look down on people because they can do things that do not necessarily go with the academic position you are expecting. Respect their products. Respect their output. What they can do. Okay? Because people have different talents and gifts. Which takes me to number 9. The skills, the gifts, and the talents. If I'm not gifted like you, have a spiritual gifts, it's not even wise to even look down on someone because if whether tongues or prophecy or preaching or teaching or miracles and healings, it's given by the Holy Spirit. So why do you look down on someone? If you do that, you are childish and immature. Excuse me to say foolish. It's not from you. If you are talking of skills in writing, carving, drawing, shaping things, painting, music, you manage to do this and that and that, who will say, oh, you studied, you tried, whatever it is. Even that, you see, I may be good in this area, you are not good there. Some are good just in the kitchen and at home. Domestic people, they can cook, home arrangements, caring for babies, caring for children. You see, some are skilled in their driving. You see, it doesn't make them less spiritual than the one who is standing there laying hands because he's the one doing the work. Who told you? Whatever you find yourself, you are serving is ministry, okay? So your achievements, that go with your skills and gifts and talents, don't disrespect your partner or people. Watch that carefully. Appreciate what you see. If you sense that the one has a gift or talent, encourage the one. Number 10 is your overall lifestyle, your temperament and your personality. People have weaknesses. All of us do. Temperament, hey, it's too loud, he's too soft, he's too this. That's how the one is. So you have to train to also acquire a little bit of something that can make us converse at least. Don't use that as an excuse. If you have a conversation, communication, each one must try what will make us live together and work together. If you are working on a committee, someone is your assistant and things, communicate properly. You don't have to go to a school of communication to let me know, oh, we start the program at this time, oh, do this whilst I do this. You're always not informing me. And for me, I'm quiet. You are not even serious when you say that. What are you talking about? Things you should inform a husband, a wife, a fiancé, even a housemaid. Your daddy, your mommy, you are given in a school. Oh, the last born is quiet. Me, you know, I'm quiet in that house. Quiet what? This you should communicate with your dad, your mom. What is this quiet you are talking about? Stop it, please. Then your overall lifestyle, your weaknesses and your habits. There are good things there. So don't look down on the person, especially if you want the one to change. And you're going to look down on me whilst you're helping me. It doesn't promote the change. Overall lifestyle, temperament, sometimes the personality. Don't use just 1 or 2 or 3 things to totally disrespect me. So everything I do, you're not pleased. See, you're not pleased with anything your wife is doing or husband is doing. Because it's not trying to the point financially, professionally, spiritually. It's not doing what you're doing. You ask him to do something, type something, go here, deliver a message, work on this, fold these things for me, put these things together. And few mistakes you are using to damn the person. Stop it. Disrespect. Number 11, physical state. We change. If you want the Mount Afajato, which is praising God, it becomes pray for me. As time goes on in the front and wrinkles set in, and gray hairs and baldness, and the tummy also protrudes a little bit, and the waist, and all that. Things happen to our bodies. Things happen. Sometimes you marry because of money, because of something, and then after a while you begin to see other shapes. Or other people whose teeth are like this, then you begin to, I wish my wife or my husband's teeth, height, this and that were there. Be careful about physical state of people, especially as we change, as we age. Don't disrespect. And it comes to performance in bed and all that, that's a different story. When we age, things happen. Menopause comes in, and the physical state of the woman changes and all that. Be very careful. You don't look down because you're not getting it like the other people are getting, your friends are getting. And when they're conversing, they are like your same age, but their wives or their husbands. No. Comparison. Number 12 is the gender differences. Some people just don't respect women. Why? Some don't respect men because of the way daddy treated mommy and the way boyfriends have treated her and the stories you hear and how men are always, cheating women and mentalities. So gender differences should not be your problem for disrespect. So find out. Any girl you're doing anything with, you always look down on the person in your mind. Any man you're doing something with, you're careful and look down. Oh, man, no. So find the source of your disrespect. Let's see. And that may be part of the reason why in your marriage trust has not been complete. In your courtship, in your life, anywhere you serve, you have not fully accepted men or women. And if you see the person is rising in any way, saying something intelligent, something better than yours, hey, then his words. You want to by all means find a fault with because it's a woman. Fault with because it's a man. No, work on yourself. Work on yourself. And some of our ministers, all kinds of fake ministers these days. The minister, hey, some hate the idea of evangelist. Should be a pastor. If you're not a pastor, you are going around, trying to do this, and it's in their minds. You see? And some too, they suspect every pastor. You see? When even start to rise, they have all kinds of thoughts about you. And I have one more. Number 13 is your past life. Your past life. Some don't respect people no matter what. Become an angel, they will always judge you with your past. You used to do this, you used to do that. And especially if one thing came into the newspaper, was on the radio, on the television, or they heard, or you were in a church and something happened, so they asked you to resign, or you moved here and did that. And if they happen to know, and a friend comes to give you a graphic picture, some write books about people. Hey, they can never forget. Judging people based on their past always is not the best. Okay? Look at people carefully. It is often said there's always blood in the head of a church fly. We know. But when Christ transforms, there is no blood in the head of that church fly. It's a new creature. Maybe it becomes a grasshopper. Okay, harmless grasshopper. Not a church fly biting you and giving you sickness. Okay? So don't look down on your husband, your wife, your child, because of what your child did 10 years ago, daddy did before he married you, before he got converted. So anything's wrong, I hear before he became a Christian, he was like this. Oh, you see? And someone said, sometimes the believers are the people who bury their dead. You see? The person is falling down. Where else do you want to go? Push the one into the soil? Where else? Help the one to rise up. You see, when they go to war, from all that I see, the soldiers will make sure they carry the wounded comrade. Some say comrade, companion, home. They will not just leave a wounded colleague in the field. But some of them, when there's this place to slap, they'll hit your tummy rather, and ensure that when you are down, they stamp on you. No. Let us help people to be restored, healed. Christ died for them and said on the cross in St. John 19:30, it is finished. So we take it all by faith. Let us love and respect each other. So anytime you disrespect anyone you meet anywhere, from the bus station, in the airplane, in the bus, in the taxi, at home, on the radio, television, when you see the one giving the news, or the one is announcing something in church, on the committee, in the pulpit, singing also among them, doing anything, anywhere, and especially in courtship, or proposes love to you, or in marriage, or in any relationship, is an in-law, and respect is a problem for your mother-in-law, sister-in-law, brother, friend, or anybody or spouse. Find out if these things I mentioned is one or two or three of them, and work on that, because there are the other areas I mentioned that may be wonderful. Okay? Let God bless you. Always check yourself with the peace of Christ, whether the thoughts and feelings you're having are right. So otherwise, even if you are dying, the one is you give you medicine, you think it's poison. Okay? The devil knows how to rob you by using your own prejudice, biased, and always suspicious, second guessing all the time. But be wise also. Have insight. Don't run into the camp of the enemy. And when God is talking, listen, so you don't fall a trap to someone's tricks who is not genuine, who is fake. Okay? That one is not disrespect. It's insight. In fact, in Philippians 1 verse 9, your love must go with knowledge and all insight. God bless you. Call me Reverend Dr. Samuel Kisseadoo in Hampton, Virginia on 1-917-741-0643. 1-917-741-0643. In Ghana, call 020-812-6533. Ghana code is 233. So 233-20-812-6533. The email is kisseadoo@msn.com. kisseadoo@msn.com. There's the broadcast on Joy 99.7 FM, Accra, Ghana. Saturday mornings, 5:30 Ghana time. Saturday only. 5:30 in the morning to 6 a.m. 5:30. Put in myjoyonline.com and go to live radio. Okay? There are books on Amazon.com. Put in KISSEADOO. Dr. Samuel, SAMUEL, KISSEADOO on Amazon.com, and you get some of the books, or some of our Barnes and Nobles also. Go to Challenge bookstores in Ghana, or call these numbers, and you will get them. We offer free counseling, and we have seminars also you don't pay for. And I'll call these numbers, they'll direct you anywhere you are, and will direct you to the closest seminar you can attend near you, or someone to counsel you. Anywhere you call us, we'll get somebody in this world to counsel you. God bless you.